Hello! It's late night. Thought I'd record a video, so yeah. Again, I can bitch about the light, because there isn't any. There's literally just a bulb. But yeah, I thought I'd go through and show off my PS4 collection. I haven't done an update, I don't think, in about 3 years, so yeah, I'm either going to do this in parts, or it's going to be one really long video. I separate my PS4 games in a bit of a weird way. I've got kind of like your standard releases, then a few of the more like limited stuff is in a separate section, so yeah, we'll just crack on. I'll show you what we got. Oh, I forgot to get a drink as well, so halfway through this I may have to get a drink. But I'll just crack on because this might be a very long video if I put it all in one. But it might be entertaining to see if anyone actually watches it to the end, so oh well, let's just go for it. Up first we have, there's going to be a lot that I haven't played yet. It's Dot Hack GU Last Recode. I'm pretty sure this was it's a re-release or remake or just a remaster of the Dot Hack games that we didn't get on the PS2. They were Japanese exclusive ones. I think that's what that is. Don't know. I'm not too good on the Dot Hack stuff. And I've got to do this without knocking these piles over. Oh, it's one I picked up recently. It's 8 to Glory. It's a bull riding game. Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet. Then we have, I picked this up a long time ago, I haven't tried it yet. It's 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's a visual novel, but done with like actual footage and things, so it's a bit different. I haven't tried it yet. It seems to be one of those ones that's, it was at one point quite expensive, but I don't know, it's a bit weird. What we got here? Oh, this one for the weird little Daedalic subset. It's Air, A-E-R, I don't know how it's pronounced. I have finished this, I completed it, I can't remember. It's, I think you're a person that can turn to a bird, and it's kind of like a little, it's a bit like Rhyme, so you kind of like go around, do weird little puzzles, just to advance the story. It's one of those kind of like bit relaxing games. It was quite fun actually, I quite enjoyed it. Up next, this one's weird. This is one that Al might need for his Sedesco subset he's going for. It's Adam's Venture Origins. It's I think it's a Christian game. I think it's Christian Uncharted knockoff, basically. Nowhere near the level of quality. But to be honest, it's an easy platinum. It was all right. Didn't hate it. I didn't hate it enough that I also did it on the PS3. So, right, up next we have Abzu. I'm pretty sure this is done by the same people who made Journey. It's a little kind of swimming game. That's basically it. It's one of those relaxing kind of games. You swim around and try to uncover what's going on. There's no enemies in the game. Yeah, just collecting stuff. Dodging mines as well, I remember that. What else we got? We have Agalos. This is one that it's actually starting to go up in price, this one. It's a Wonderboy clone. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments because I haven't played that much of it. I played it the day I bought it, and I haven't been back to it. But I will do. It is actually quite fun. I did play it for quite a while when I played it, but yeah, I don't know why I haven't been back to it yet. Up next is a VR game. It is The American Dream. Basically, it is The American Dream. Everything in this game is done with guns. So like, you'll feed a baby with a gun, you'll flip burgers with a gun, you just shoot at everything to do everything. It's quite tongue-in-cheek and quite funny. But yeah, it's alright. Nice little game. Not very long, but most VR games aren't. Another Sedesco game up next. It's the original release of Among the Sleep. It's a little horror game where you play as a toddler. So you crawl around everywhere. It's a bit weird. They re-released this as an enhanced edition. I don't know if there's anything different with it at all, or if it's just they re-released it with a different name. Got a different case though, I think. Up next is Anima Gates of Memories. I did try to get into this and I struggled a bit. It's very PS2-y. Basically, imagine a Dynasty Warriors game where you're running around empty environments with only a couple of enemies. That's the only way I can describe that. So, what else we got now? We have Aragami. It's like a really stylized stealth game. Haven't yet played it, but I've heard good things about it. Again, this one I picked up recently and haven't had a chance to play it. It's Arcade Spirits. It's a visual novel set in an arcade. That's all I know about it. Then we have Assault Suit Linus. I don't know. Isn't this a remake of a Mega Drive game? I think. It's like a mech kind of platformer. I haven't actually tried it yet, so... It was one of those ones that was also quite hard to come by at one point, but it's had a price drop. It probably had a reprint. So... Realised we're still on A. Okay. This is a VR double pack. It's the Assembly and Perfect. It's kind of odd. The only one on the game, on the actual disc, is a Assembly. Perfect, I think, came as a downloadable code, so I wouldn't consider it a double pack. Yeah, the assembly is kind of weird. You're in like a facility, and you have to work out why you're there and escape. It was quite fun, actually. Up next, another VR one. We have Astrobot Rescue Mission. This is the game that you have to play VR for, I believe. This is great. It's just a platformer, 3D platformer, but it does some like pretty interesting stuff with the VR, and having to look for collectibles is actually fun in this because you have to like bend your head and look round like corners and stuff. It's actually really good. I've done Astro's Playroom, is it, on the PS5, and that's not as good as this. This is still better. That's a very good game though. This one is... I can't remember why I have this. It's Batman Arkham Knight on the PS4. Of course, on the PS4. It's a PS4 collection video. I think I got given this as a gift at Christmas one year. But I've already played it on the Xbox One, so I will crack into this at some point and go for some trophies. Up next, I don't think this had a UK release. Every version of this I see has the M on it. It's the VR, Batman Arkham VR. Apparently it's very, very short, but I haven't yet put it in. It's been pretty easy and quite fun. But yeah, very short game apparently. Then we have Battlezone. Yeah, it's just a tank game, isn't it? On the VR. It makes me feel quite motion sick, so I haven't played much of it. There's one that I played the other day. It's Big Bobby Car, The Great Race or something. The Big Race. Yeah, it's just a little kiddies racing game. So yeah, there's not many races in it for us. It's more fetch quests and collectibles. But to be honest, it's quite fun. For what it is, I thought it was going to be absolutely dreadful, and it wasn't. Up next is Black Mirror. I think this is like a pseudo remake of a PC game. It's like an almost point and clicky kind of 3D adventure game. Kind of looks like you're playing an old school Resident Evil, but you're not. Don't think there's any combat in it or anything. It's all puzzles. It's quite fun. I thought it was going to be spooky, but it's not. Okay, a VR game. We have Blind. I haven't played this yet. I'm pretty sure this is a game where you're completely blind and you have to use echolocation to like show outlines of people and yeah, work your way out, basically making a noise. Like, I don't know if you click or what, but yeah, it's a psychological thriller. I didn't know if it was horror or thriller or what. It's a psychological thriller on the back. Voice is getting croaky already. There you go. A staple that everyone in their PS4 collection has is Bloodborne. I've never got very far in this. I've only played it a few times. Didn't dislike it. I just had things I wanted to play that weren't going to be such a time sink. That's the only reason I haven't played much more of that. This is something I've played to completion and I absolutely loved it. Is Cat Quest. It's just a little 2D like top-down RPG where you just go into little dungeons and find collectibles basically and unlock chests. But I really liked it. I don't know why. Recommend it. If you liked Death Spank, that's the kind of game it's like. And they released the sequel, which is Cat Quest 2, which to be honest, you might as well just buy this one because it actually comes with Cat Quest 1, but I've just flipped the flipped the manual round, not the manual, the case round, just to show the Cat Quest 2. Hopefully you can see that it's Cat Quest 1 and 2. It's the Pawsome Pack. So yeah, Cat Quest plus Cat Quest 2. It's getting hard to say. Cat Quest plus Cat Quest 2, the Pawsome Pack. What we got next? We have Close to the Sun. It's like a survival horror-y kind of game. It's a bit Bioshocky. Run away from enemies. Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure it's one of those no combat kind of games. But yeah, I've installed it and been wanting to play it and just haven't got around to it yet. So that's all I know of it. This is one that I thought I was going to really enjoy, but for something around it, it didn't hook me in, which is a Concrete Genie. I think this was free on PlayStation Plus not long ago. Yeah, you basically run around and colour in, like, you just like tag graffiti and stuff, but it's like comes to life. But I thought it was going to be a bit more like the graffiti sections of Infamous Second Son. So I thought it would be, I don't know, I thought there'd be more freedom to it when it actually more plays like just putting stickers on walls, which that's what I wasn't fond of. Up next is Contra Road Corps. Yeah, I haven't played it. It's Contra but done as a twin stick shooter, isn't it? It's meant to be really bad. We have the Count Lucanor. It's like a top-down horror-y game, like 2D pixel art one, where you go into a forest and then you witness something like cannibalism or something really random, I can't remember. And then you've just got to work out what's going on. It's a bit weird. We have Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I loved this when this came out. I didn't put it down until I had the platinum on every game on it. I've never gone back and done... I've done all the trophies for... I can't remember what it's called. The first level DLC they did. But then I haven't done the space one, because I ran out of space on my PlayStation and never reinstalled it. I have since bought it on the Xbox One as well, but it doesn't seem right on there. What's we got? Yeah, this is some Funbox Media piece of junk. I'm going to play this and stream it at some point because I need to know how bad it is, and I like playing bad games on stream. Just Crash Dummy. This was one that my girlfriend gave to me in one of my blind purchase things, so yeah, I think it's just a 2D platformer. This is one I did play a bit on stream just so people could see what it was. It's a Daymare. This is the Black Edition. Basically, it's a Resident Evil clone. There's a big story behind how it was being developed, but it's really janky and the frame rate dips like mental. But I am playing it on a base PS4. I should probably chuck it in my PS5 and see if that improves it at all. Then we have Deception 4, is that? The Nocturne Princess? There's two versions of this. One of them's the complete one and one isn't. I think this might be the complete one. I don't know. Yeah, basically it's the game, I think it's the same series as Trapped, isn't it, on the PS2. Basically you set traps just to kill people. That is the game. So it's a bit weird. It's not as interesting as you think it's going to be. Then we have Deponia. They're little kind of adventure games. I've never actually played this one. There's 4 of them, I think, on the PS4, and some of them are pretty hard to come by. I think this is the easiest one. I think it's really random, like 1 and 3 are easy to come by and 2 and 4 aren't. Something like that. Then we have Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe, and The Blight Below. Yeah, it's a Dynasty Warriors game, isn't it, with Dragon Quest characters. I am going to have to stop this and jump cut and everything, I think. We have Don't Knock Twice. It's a horror game. I haven't played it. I was going to play it in VR and I never got around to it because I was starting to get motion sickness from anything first person, and I read everywhere that this is bad for motion sickness, so yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Then we have Down the Rabbit Hole. Yeah, this looks interesting, like little platformery puzzle game, but yeah, again, I haven't got around to playing it. I haven't put my VR on in a while. It is all set up, it's just need to create some space in here to use it. Then we have Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Yeah, I've flipped the case round on this one. Yeah, it's actually a really good game. Just Dragon Quest. If you know what Dragon Quest is, I've played quite a bit of it, but it's one of those games that goes on for hours. So yeah, I haven't had that much time putting it. We have Drive Club VR. I do have the first Drive Club, but I lent it to my mate, I think when I did my last video about 3 years ago, and I've never got it back because I platinumed it and lent it to him and just forgot about it. I haven't done this one though. It makes me feel really motion sick. It's the only thing. It's the reason why I haven't finished that. Oh, I need to get a drink. This one I did finish. It's also part of the Sodesco set, which is Earthlock. It's just a really traditional, like PS1 almost era JRPG. I really enjoyed it. I think they re-released this as well with some quality of life improvements, but that's the original version of it. Then we have Eagle Flight. It's a first-person game where you play as an eagle in VR, and you move your head to turn and like sort things out. Strangely, this one didn't give me motion sickness. I think it's because like the edges of the VR like blur and go black and stuff when you move your head, so I think that stops me feeling sick. Oh crap, don't want to knock that pile over. Oh, how many games have I got here? Didn't realise there's this many. This one really makes me sick. I can't do hardly any of it. It's Firepoint. I have got the gun for it, the aim controller, but I wasn't going to dig that out. I wasn't going to dig out all the things like peripherals and things that just show the games off. To be honest, it's not that bad as a VR game, but it just makes me feel sick. It would be quite fun. Another VR game, it's Fruit Ninja VR. Yeah, it's just Fruit Ninja, like the one on the phone. You're just swiping it fruit. It's actually fun in VR. It requires the Move controllers, that one. Then we've got another VR game. Really enjoyed this one. It's Ghost Giant. It's just a little kind of 2D, not 2D. It's like a little 3D platformer. But you're like a big giant that towers over, and you help out the little character by lifting things and doing stuff and that. Quite enjoyed that one. Really good. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if you control the character or not on that, or whether you tell him to move. It was a while ago I played it. We have another Sodesco game. I was actually going for the Sodesco subset at one point, hence why I've got so many, but I kind of forgot about it. It's a Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. Yeah, it's just a 2.5D platformer. It's actually really good, but it's very hard. It's got like a real world and like dark world setting thing where you can switch between it, and it changes the level in front of you. It's quite cool. This was when I did Platinum. This is also when I was going for the Badland games. I picked this one up. It's Ginger Beyond the Crystal. It's a really, really janky 3D platformer. Something about it I found quite, like, I don't know, it's like charming about it. It made me think of old janky PS2 platformers, so I enjoyed it. Then we have another Sodesco game. It's The Girl and the Robot. It kind of reminds me of a really, really budget Last Guardian. So basically you have this robot companion who helps you out with stuff, but on this you can actually control the robot. You switch between them, but I don't know why it reminds me of Last Guardian. It just does. And we have Gran Turismo Sport. I do like this game. I didn't like the fact that there wasn't a career to start off with, really. They've added career mode and stuff into it since, but the problem is, where I like going for trophies, most of the career stuff isn't tied to the trophies, it's tied to all the online stuff, which you can't just jump into games. You've got to wait for them to like officially start and stuff, and that just does my head in. And the VR mode on it is just like a little separate mode, so you can't play it online in VR or anything. So some of it's a bit wank. We have Gravity Rush Remastered. It's a remaster of a PS Vita game where you play as a girl called Kat, who controls gravity basically. So you chain combos together by like switching different like is it the polarity of gravity and the way you disappear. It's really interesting. It's something you have to play to really understand, but it's a good game. Up next we have Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. This is one the girlfriend was playing. She's now playing it on the Xbox rather than the PlayStation. So yeah, it's just Harvest Moon, but to be honest, they've made them really cheap looking. This isn't the same quality you're used to with a Harvest Moon game. Okay, then we have Here They Lie, which is another VR horror game. Again, this one apparently really bad motion sickness, so I haven't bothered to try it yet. I know I can play these without VR, but I got them with the VR, so it was my plan to play them that way. This is a bit of a weird one. It's Hidden Agenda. It's done by the same people who did Until Dawn. It's it's not very long, but it's like a party game and you play it with your phones to choose what's going to happen and the outcomes. But it's like a little detective crime murder mystery game. It's alright actually. Just wish you could use a damn controller with it. This was one that I bought ages ago because I didn't think it was going to get a UK release, and it did. It's Home Sweet Home. Yeah, it's a little horror game where you're stuck in a house and something chases you around, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I haven't yet played it. It's still sealed, so I've had that for ages and just not got around to it. Oh, I might have to pick a load of these up now. Make this a little easier. The ones that are on the floor. Okay, up next we have Horizon Zero Dawn. This is one of my favourite games on the system. I don't know. I was playing this at the same time as my girlfriend was playing Breath of the Wild, and she kept making comparisons to that. It's a little bit Zelda-y, but mainly it more reminded me of I don't know, like a good Assassin's Creed game, which there aren't any. So I don't know, just play it. It's a really good game, really cinematic. That's probably not sold that at all. Up next is Infamous First Light. It's just pretty much the DLC to Infamous Second Son, which I'm pretty sure is coming up next. So there it is. Good game, actually. Really enjoyed this. A lot of people didn't like the fact that it had the touchpad put into it quite a lot. I actually quite like the touchpad bits in it, but I don't know. Good game. If you, it's more fun being evil, but if you're going for all the trophies and that, you can't be evil, can you? Then we've got the Inpatient. This was also done by the same people who did Until Dawn. It's boring. It's a VR game, and I thought it was going to be terrifying. It's not. Nothing happens. There's the odd jump scare, but yeah, you just spend most of the time walking down a green corridor. It's a bit naff. Another VR game. I haven't tried this one yet. I think it's some kind of isometric puzzle platformery thing. It's Squishies. So, to be honest, I don't know why that's there. That is somehow I've ended up with some games in the wrong order. Never mind. I'll have to sort that out. Let's put them to the side. Some other S ones. We got Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithlessness. I don't know if this is a remake one or if it's one that's just been done for the PS4. I found it really cheap once and picked it up, so I know nothing about that. And another one, I got given this when a game shop was shutting down because they had nothing to do with it. It's a Final Fantasy, but it's the Stormbloods, the online one. It also has a disc in it for Realm Reborn, but I think these might be pretty useless, but they were just interesting to have in the collection. So, never know, it might be like Seekers one day and really expensive. Right, next stack on here. This is like everything that's on one shelf, so I've got to keep going, and oh, this is one that apparently I made someone buy the other day, which I did because it's so bad. It's Joe's Diner. Basically, you work in a diner. It's a little first-person game, and there's, is it 2 or 3 Indian chief ghosts in there? One doesn't like mess and one doesn't like noise, and you have to keep stopping things. They they're like poltergeists and they set off noise and stuff, yet they hate it. So you have to, I don't know. I think it was trying to cash in on junk like Five Nights at Freddy's. It's awful, but it's a very easy platinum. Then we have Collat. This is a walk-in simulator horror game based on the Dilatav Pass incident, where some people just got ripped to pieces in the snow. It's not that good. It's narrated by Sean Bean. You spend most of your time walking around the forest, and there's nothing to do. The enemy only attacks you if you look at it, And yeah, there's other games that do that. Like I've just played Blair Witch on the Xbox One, and that did that well. Like you could sneak around stuff. This is just janky and it's too dark and you can't really see what's going on. Next one is Kotodama, The Seven Mysteries of Fujisawa. I'm pretty sure it's part visual novel, part puzzle game. No idea. I haven't played it. I think this was one of the ones that my girlfriend got me in a random box. But I need to get back and I need to try that one out. This one, it kind of annoys me that I haven't finished this, but talking about it earlier, it's The Last Guardian. For some reason, apparently this plays really well on the PS5, so I should probably start it again. I loved Shadow of the Colossus, so was looking forward to this, and yeah, for some reason I just stopped playing it. Don't know. So I haven't got that far into it. I waited ages for it as well. But I will get back to it. I will. Alright, now we have The Last Tinker. I really like this. It's a little platformer game. It kind of reminded me of an old school PS2-y, N64-y kind of platformer. It's a bit of a collectathon. Yeah, just really enjoyed it. It's also part of the Sedesco set. I bought this in a Poundland. That's the only reason I have this. It's La Tour de France 2015. Never opened it. Never going to play it. But it was cheap. We have Legend of K Anniversary. This is a remake of a PS2 game. It was like around the Jak and Daxter era. So yeah, I didn't like the combat in it. That's the only thing I didn't like. It's a bit janky. But to be honest, the game seemed alright. I'm going to have to give it another shot. I didn't play that much of it. This one's weird. It's a Little Dragon's Cafe. Basically, you run a cafe and raise a dragon. But you have to run around an island collecting stuff to make ingredients for dishes and upgrading stuff. So, yeah. A bit weird, but it's actually quite fun. Then we have Lost Sphere, which is a RPG. A little, like, top-down... I can't remember. I did play this. It is turn-based, I'm pretty sure. I platinumed this. I can't remember. It's the sequel to I Am Setsuna, isn't it? I think. It was really good. Why is this? It's just left my head. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is turn-based, and the enemies show up on the map as well, so you don't have to dodge them. Don't have to just. There's no random battles basically. There might be random battles in the overworld. I can't remember. You know what? I'm gonna say that again. Look at this one. It's Mad Games Tycoon. Yeah, I bought this because I had a voucher. I did show it a second ago and I've had to jump cut because I realised it's got my address on the back of it on a giant Argos sticker. Better not show that. Right, let's keep going. This is still off the same damn shelf. Madden NFL 17. I bought this because my mate signed into my profile after I left his house and started playing this and got me a trophy on it. So I'm going to have to get some more trophies on it. Hate Madden. Up next we have the remake of Medieval. I am no good at this game. Don't know why. It's not a hard game. I just die all the time. I can't seem to make much contact with the weapons, but it is fun. We have next is Mega Dimension Neptunia 7. Yeah, this is a long-running series of just bizarre stuff. A lot of this is on the Vita, and I haven't got any of the Vita ones. I've got like the spin-off games, but don't have the mainline ones. So I haven't tried this yet. Up next is Moonlighter. It's like a top-down, almost like old Zelda-style game, but you run a shop by day, and at night you go out adventuring and collect all the stuff which you're going to use in your shop. So it's quite interesting. It's quite fun. Then we have Moss, which is another little platformer where you're just like looking down on it and stuff. It's good fun as well. You play a little mouse with a sword. Then we have Nero, which is another Sedesco game. It's a walking simulator. I can't remember much about it, but I thought it was alright. Did platinum that one. Then we have Nexomon Extinction. It looks like a Pokemon or a Digimon clone. I picked it up recently and haven't tried it yet. Then we have Nier Automata. yeah, this is really cool. This is hard to explain. This is something you should just play. It's a Platinum game, I think, isn't it? Is it Platinum Games? I don't know if it is. Might not be. But yeah, it's hack and slash, it's bullet hell shooter, it's anything. It keeps switching up the gameplay styles. It's also got a weird mechanic that once you finish the game, you can like use in-game credits to buy trophies you're missing, which is a bit weird. Up next we have the remaster of Ni no Kuni and the White Witch. I have not, Wrath of the White Witch, sorry. I have not played much of this. I did start it. I had it on the PS3 for ages and never got around to it. So, picked this one up to try it. Also got the second one, Revenant Kingdom, is it? Yeah, I haven't tried this one because I haven't finished that. I don't think they're actually linked. I think you can play them separately, but why not? This is a weird one. It's Nippon Marathon. It's like a Japanese game show, basically, where you're running around and dodging obstacles and everything falls over and breaks. It's just stupid. But it's good fun, though. Then we have No Man's Sky. I bought this when it first came out, and I didn't like it. I have not been back to it since they've updated it and pretty much changed the game. Almost getting to the end of the first shelf. Then we have The Order 1886. It's a little third-person shooter, cover-based shooter kind of game. There isn't much gameplay to it. It's all like werewolves and stuff, set in like a cyberpunk London, I think it is. But I really enjoyed this. This was a good game. Ready at Dawn. What did they make before this? Can't remember what they made. But it was something really highly acclaimed, and that got slated. We have One Piece World Seeker. I bought this in a cash generator, and haven't played it yet. Then we have Omega Quintet. Yeah, it's another kind of hack and slashy RPG game, isn't it? I don't know if it's turn-based or anything. So I think it's something music-based, but yeah, I picked it up ages ago and still haven't got around to it. One for the Sodesco set, which is Owlboy. This is an amazing... It is a Metroidvania, but it's not massively Metroidvania. It's quite linear, I found, but it doesn't tell you where to go because there's no proper like map system to it. But yeah, it's a very good game. I think it was made by one guy. I don't know. Just play it. It's really good. It used to be quite expensive, but I think it must have had a reprint and come down in price now. One that I haven't yet played. I don't know if this got a UK release, but I have the American version. It's Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. Enjoyed the first one on Xbox 360, so look forward to that one. Then we have Pineview Drive. This is a weird, I think it's like a walking simulator horror game. I haven't played it. Then we have Persona 5. I haven't got through very far through this. Yeah, it's more just Persona. It's very, very stylized, and you pull off like heists and stuff, and it's just good. It's got a bit of a weird weird story to it. But the first part of it's about a creepy molestery gym teacher. It's a bit weird. Still on this first shelf. Up next is Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's basically a cross between Puyo Puyo and Tetris. I like Tetris. I'm not a big fan of Puyo Puyo, which is odd because I like Mean Bean Machine, which is just Puyo Puyo. But yeah, I didn't like trying to, because I'm not good at Tetris. I'm alright at Tetris, so I can do well when I'm playing Tetris. But when I'm doing Puyo Puyo against Tetris, I suck. Can't do it. Then we have Quiver. It's some VR game. I haven't played it. Strangely, this is signed by the developer, apparently. I don't know. I don't know if they all are. I'm not sure, but it looks weird. When I got it, it said it was signed by the developer, and I didn't know. So, then we have Rabby Ribby, which is almost like a bullet hell platformer. Yeah, this is a bit weird. I couldn't get that far into it. I don't know. Didn't enjoy it that much, but I should probably give it a bit more of a shot. The American version of it's done by Limited Run and quite expensive. There's a Vita version as well. Then we got Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, this would have been much better if it wasn't a movie tie-in game, but it does look good. But a lot of the areas are just like blocked off and like invisible walls, and you can't really get anywhere. It doesn't have the freedom the original one had. Then we have Resident Evil Biohazard, so Resident Evil 7. This is amazing in VR. Strangely, I found it less freaky in VR because you're more aware of your surroundings. but that doesn't mean it's not scary. It's poop your pants scary, that one. Then we have Riggs. It's a VR game. Haven't ever played it. I found it for really cheap. That's all I can say about it. So I'm starting to speed up with these now. We have Robinson the Journey. You crash on a planet, and you have to just basically rebuild a way of living and a way of life. It's actually really good. I think it's done by Crytek, isn't it? Yeah. So it's done by the people who did Crysis, so it looks really nice as well when you're playing it. Doesn't make me motion sick that much, but it does a little bit, but not crazily. Up next is the remake of Secret of Mana. I've tried to play a lot of this. It's not very good. It's very janky. Yeah. We'll leave it at that. Then we have one that I haven't yet played, which is the Sexy Brutale. Recently, girlfriend got me this one in a surprise thing. I think it's a murder mystery kind of stealth game set in a casino, I think. Then we have the remake of Shadow of the Colossus. Again, I haven't finished the remake. I love the PS2 one. I played it through on the PS3 when they did the HD version. Remake, I haven't finished it. Don't know why. Then we have Shenmue 1 and 2. I've only played Shenmue 1 on here and haven't finished it. I finished it loads of times on the Dreamcast. So when I went back to play it on here, I kind of like, I didn't get that far into it because I just got distracted by other stuff I haven't played before. But I really do want to go and do these because I want to play the third one, which I do have actually, and I've just realised I haven't got it out for this video, and it's in a big collector's box. It's up above me. I might have to take a photo of it and insert it in here in a minute or something. I don't know. I could dig it down at the end. Then we have another one for the Sedesco set. It's Shiny. It's like a little puzzler where you play as a robot, like puzzle platformer. I haven't actually played it though because all the trophies, loads of the trophies are broken. So they kept saying they were going to fix it, and I refused to play it until they fix it. Up next is Shopkeep. You run a shop basically. It's a little first-person game, and you keep getting invaded by like bandits, and then you have to kill them and steal their stuff and sell it. It's a bit, I don't know. It's bad, but I enjoyed it. Then we have Silence. This is another little kind of point and click kind of game. I haven't got that far through it, but it seemed good for what it was. That's all I can say. And the last lot from this shelf. Right. We have Song of the Deep. This is done by Insomniac, the people who did like Ratchet and Clank and Infamous and that kind of stuff. It's a little Metroidvania where you're in a little submarine. It's actually quite fun. Enjoyed that. Platinum that one. This is weird. This is a 2D platformer / rhythm game, which is Songbird Symphony. It plays like a rhythm game. It plays like a platformer, but when you get to like certain bits, it becomes like to learn things. And I can't remember if you fight bosses as a rhythm game. I can't remember, but I was quite enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet though. I think this is some kind of adventure game. I don't know. It's another one for like the Daedalic set. It's State of Mind. Yeah, I haven't played this one yet. Then we have Speed 3. I think it's a Burnout style F1 game. I think. I don't know. Haven't played it yet. Another weird one I picked up. And the last one of this shelf is Spider-Man. So yeah, I haven't finished Spider-Man. Something about it, it didn't pull me in like I thought it was going to. I will go back and do it. I just got distracted and started playing other stuff. It wasn't as groundbreaking as everyone thought it was, I didn't think. But yeah, I will go back and do that. So, I am going to take a quick break here and then get the rest. I am going to put all this in one video. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? So, back in a minute. Okay, let's continue this, shall we? I don't know how much longer I've got left on my camera with a battery or a memory card, so let's just get going. Before I continue with the last of the normal games that I had in my just normal release ones, there's a couple of the big box normal kind of releases here. Up first we have Dusk Diver. I haven't yet played it, but apparently it's a hack and slashy kind of game with a Persona-esque kind of aesthetic to it. But yeah, I don't know, this is going to look like I've shifted to the side because I knocked a load of stuff over. Next one is Raging Loop. It's a horror-themed visual novel, so That's all I know of it. I haven't tried it yet. Up next is Disgaea 5. Yes, Disgaea game. It's a tactical like RPG, isn't it? Turn-based one with a really weird sense of humour. It's quite good. It's quite funny. I don't see that around that often, to be honest with you. Up next is Republic. It's a game where you like control security cameras to guide someone through like a place. I haven't tried it yet, so to be honest, I haven't played that many of these big box ones. This one I will play, but I'll play it on Xbox because it's free on Game Pass at the moment, which is Beholder. You play like somebody has to like spy on some tenants and report them back to the state, I think. I can't remember. It's a bit weird. A lot of this like big box stuff I've picked up because it's been really, really cheap. This is what I do intend on playing. It's Hero Land. It's a little RPG. It's written by the same person who wrote Mother 3 though. So, never know. Apparently it's pretty bad, but we'll give it a shot. And we have Lovecraft's Untold Stories. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of like Metroidvania game, but I don't know. It might be top down. I don't know. No idea. So, and we have two limited run kind of big boxes. We have the Streets of Rage 4 in the big kind of Genesis box. So yeah, it's got the game. Actually, I won't open it because it'll all fall out. It's got a soundtrack in it. It's got a steelbook as well as the game. I haven't yet played this, but I've installed it on the Xbox because it's on Game Pass. So I don't actually need to unseal the contents of that just yet. And the other one, which I mentioned earlier, which I'll show off, it's the limited run version of Shenmue 3 in the giant box. So yeah, it comes with a light box. It comes with the Dreamcast case and stuff for it. It's quite cool. So it's slightly different than the one that came out in the UK. But yeah, I haven't played Shenmue 3 yet. But I've heard it ain't that great. Okay, we'll continue on with the standard release stuff now. We have Stranded Sails. It's like a Harvest Moon game, kind of. A bit like at Dragon's Cafe, actually. You rock up on a island and you have to survive by foraging and collecting things. We have Tales of Zestra. Haven't actually played it, so I've played some Tales of games, but I haven't played that one. We have the Talos Principle Pool Definitive Edition. It's got some Deluxe Edition. Sorry, it's got some skank on the case. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a first-person puzzle game. It's actually quite fun. You've got to basically escape these chambers. Then we have a great game. We have Tetris Effect, one that I'm currently playing on Game Pass at the moment on the Xbox. But this is amazing when played in VR. It's one of the best Tetris games ever made. You've got to have your headphones in that because it all changes the music. It was done by the same guy who did Lumines, so you can tell how the music's going to go in it. Then we have Tin and Kuno. Is it Tuna? Kuna? I think it's a little puzzle platformer. I haven't tried it. Only recently picked it up. I'm hoping these can be seen when I show these off. This one I would have actually, you should have put in my weird little hard to find. When I say limit releases, it's also games that are hard to find, but this is Toby the Secret Mine. It's basically a clone of Limbo. It's actually quite fun though. What else we have, let's get the next couple. Oh shit, that's going to knock everything over. 2 seconds, I need to stop this because it's all going to fall. Hopefully I sorted that out. I'll just pick up bigger handfuls. Next we have the remake, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I loved this. This is a great remake. The only thing I didn't like about it is some of the stuff they put in. I didn't like the pro combos you have to do, where you have to go around the whole map doing stuff, get from one place to another, like the Get There missions they're called. They had them in the other HD remake they did on the Xbox 360, and I didn't like them on that either. They ask too much of you because they're just a bit, they just seem pointless. But yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like of that. We have VR game, we have Torn, haven't played that yet, so don't know much about it. Picked up ages ago. Then we have Kabuto 5 Burst Battle. It was Toro Kabuto 5, or Toro Kabuto V it could be, Burst Battle. It's a little tiny arena game where you fight in these little square arenas, and the final boss is a floating little girl's head. It's awful. We have the Town of Light, which is like a walking simulator through an abandoned asylum. It has a very kind of dark theme to it. It's really about abuse and mental health and stuff. It's a good game though. Next we have Troublebrook. I haven't played this. I'm pretty sure it is just like a old school adventure game. I'm pretty sure it might be point and click. I think it might. Oh, is it 2D? I don't know. Don't know much about it. I know at one point it got mentioned somewhere and it had a really big price hike, but it's come down again, fortunately. Then we have Newbie Unbox Adventure. It's a platformer where you play as a box, but it's slightly different because where you're a box, you roll around. It makes it a bit clunky, but on purpose. I really enjoyed this. It's just like an old school collectathon platformer. I've turned the bloody thing around on this. It's Uncharted 4. Yeah, it looks a bit weird that way around. I don't know why I've done that. But I'm trying to hopefully get some light on these now, but I might put pictures of them in the top corner so everyone can see what they are. Then we have Uncharted The Lost Legacy, which is the little spin-off game where you play as the two women. I actually quite like this. This is the first Uncharted game I've actually platinumed. Probably because it's the shortest. They're one of those games I think you play it once and you don't really want to play it again. But, let's pick up this whole rest of this set. Alright. Then we have absolutely amazing game, Until Dawn. It's a interactive slasher movie, basically. Maybe the people who made like Man and Madden and Little Hope and that's the games they've made since. Not as good as this. Nothing's been as good as this that they've made. Then we have Until Dawn Rush of Blood. It's a VR game where you sit on a little roller coaster and it's a rail shooter. It's actually quite fun, just because you get your two move controllers as your guns. So yeah, it's quite fun. Then we have Vampire. I haven't played this. I picked it up because it was cheap and it's done by the same people who did Life is Strange, and I really like that. So, but yeah, I haven't got around to it yet. This one I did try to start playing, but then I just forgot about it. It's The Witch and the 100 Night Revival edition or something. Yeah, it's a remake of a PS3 game. It's like a little top-down adventure-y kind of game. It should be something I'd really like, but I just forgot about it until I've pulled it off the shelf. We have up next is White Day. I thought this was going to be a bit of an obscure game, but it's quite easy to get. This is a remake of a Korean horror game. I think it is a Korean one. Yeah, you break into a school to plant something for this thing called White Day, and you get chased by ghosts and this crazy janitor and things. It's actually pretty good. It was touted as like being a remake of one of the scariest games ever made. It ain't that scary. We got Wipeout Amiga Collection next. Yeah, this is just a collection of the HD games and the Vita game, isn't it? I think, but with a VR as well. It's VR compatible now. It's actually really good. It's a decent little collection if you like Wipeout. We have World of Final Fantasy. It's like a chibified Final Fantasy game. It kind of reminds me of like a Pokemon game. It's got a weird stacking mechanic there where you got to stack your characters on top of each other to do different effects. It's a bit weird. Another one for the Sedesco set. It's World to the West. This is one that I have completed. Yeah, it's just a little kind of I wouldn't call it Zelda-y, but it is top down. Where you play as 4 different people. I think it's 4 of them and you switch between them. Yeah, it's just a little adventure game. This is a good game. I enjoyed that. There's one I really, really liked, which was Yoku's Island Express. It's a Metroidvania crossed with a pinball game. So basically, there's no real battles in it. Anything you've got to do, if you've got to progress, you end up in little pinball tables and you launch yourself around the world that way. It's really good. I need to do that on the Xbox again. You get the achievements for it. Another one I really liked, which was Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. This looks like it should be a Wind Waker game or something, but it's not. It's again, a little Harvest Moon-y style thing, kind of. You walk around like removing barriers from things and running a little farm and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. You don't see that one around very often. Easy platinum as well, that one. Another one I enjoyed that got platinum on was Ukulele. Yeah, everyone hated this. I really liked it. I didn't see what all the problems were. I had no problems with the camera or anything. Some of the worlds were a bit big and a bit empty, but other than that, I really enjoyed this. It just reminded me of being a kid. So, and then I picked up Ukulele The Impossible Lair. I haven't played much of this, but this plays more like well, that would be like a 3D banjo. This is more like what's it called? Like a Donkey Kong Country or something, pretty much. Then we have Yakuza 0. I did start playing this, and I always forget there is no autosave in it, and I always keep losing my progress. But yeah, it's a good game. It's like a prequel to the first Yakuza set in the 80s, and yeah, it's pretty good. Right, now we'll get on to some of the weirder stuff, like imports and limited run stuff and things. Up first is 2064 read-only memories. It's like a 2D like pixel art adventure game kind of thing. A lot of people actually compare this to Snatcher, but I don't know how true that is because I've never played Snatcher. So then we have Absolute Drift Zen Edition. It's a little like top-down drift racing game. It's actually really good fun. It's basically gives you little like sandboxes and you have to do certain things in it, like a certain amount of donuts, certain amount of jumps and things. It's good fun. Just realised I forgot a game, but I'll grab that in a second. Then we have Accounting Plus. This is done by the people who made Rick and Morty. Basically, you start off as an accountant and then you end up in these weird and wacky worlds, and this is weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you summon Satan in it. That was a bit strange. Then we have Earhart, which is a little like, it's like a twin stick shooter where you have to, every time you defeat a level, it kind of builds the level on top of each other, like in a flying airship kind of planey. Well, it's a plane, but then you can get different airships and stuff. It's a bit weird. Yeah, this was really hard to get the platinum on because no one knew how to get it, and I contacted the developer and I was the first person on True Trophies to complete this, so I was happy with that. That was my claim to fame with this. But yeah, I've got, strangely, both versions of it. It's just two different covers. Up next we have The Aquatic Adventure of the Last Human. Yeah, I haven't played this. I don't really know much about it. I think it might be like a little Metroidvania 2D thing, a bit like the one I showed earlier, which I can't remember what it's called. Song of the Deep. Yeah, I think it might be a bit like that, but I'm not sure. Then we have a Spanish-only game. I think this is Baboon. It's a little game where you drop bombs to blow up a monkey to gut things. Yeah, this is awful. It's just genuinely awful. Then we have Blazing Chrome. It's like a spiritual successor to the Contra games. This is amazing. Yes, just buy it. Probably get it digital now. This is really expensive to get the physical version of it, which is a bit annoying. I bought it as a blind buy from Limited Run, not really knowing what it was. Then we have The Bridge. This is weird. It's like imagine like MC Escher drawings put into a puzzle game. Yeah, and it's got a really bleak kind of atmosphere to it. Then we have Dear Esther. It's a walking simulator. Not much happens in it. You walk around an island. That's all I remember. I did finish it, but it can't have been that great because it didn't stick with me. Then we have Dogchild. This is another Spanish exclusive. It's like a little platformer game. It looks like it's trying to be something like Infamous or something, but you have a dog with you, and this version doesn't work. I got so far through, then it wouldn't load any textures, so I had to buy the digital version to finish it. And the save for the digital version is not compatible with this version, so I had to start again. Then with Elliot Quest, it's a little like 2D, like really, it's like 8-bit game almost, where you just run around. It kind of reminded me a bit of Zelda 2. I don't know why, but it's not very good. But it's all right actually. It wasn't enough to draw me back, put it that much. We have Flame in the Flood. I haven't yet played this. I think it's like a little survival game, isn't it? Apparently it's pretty good, but yet to get around to it. We have Firewatch, which is a walking simulator. I can't remember. It was some people broke away from a studio and created this, like a couple of guys. It's really good. It's just play that. Yeah, again, this one's quite expensive on the physical. Then we have The First Tree, where you play as a little like fox, and then you go around collecting stuff and just it's kind of those, a bit like Abzu and that kind of stuff, where you kind of just walk around and there ain't much threat to it. And yeah, I remember you can die on this one. I think there might be things that chase you. I can't remember, but I did platinum it, but I can't remember. This was a new edition. I haven't yet got round to it, which is Fox and Forests. It's like a 16-bit platformer. People keep telling me it's bad, but I just want to try it. So Again, it's another one you don't see very often. It's starting to get a bit pricey. Then we have Gris, which is a little 2D, I don't know if it's a Metroidvania or if it's just a little platformer, but apparently this is really good and really kind of, apparently it's got a bit of a hard-hitting story to it, I think, but I haven't yet played it. Up next is Halloween Forever. This is just a little NES-style platformer, basically. It was featured on Metal Jesus and then ended up stupidly expensive, and it's not worth crazy money. Don't pay crazy money for it, but it's good fun. I enjoyed it. It's easy platinum as well. Then we have, this one has had a UK release since, but this is the original Brazilian release. That's why I keep it separate. It's a Horizon Chase Turbo. It's like almost like a little outrunny kind of game almost. It's like a retro kind of racer where it's just good fun. If you enjoy retro kind of racers, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of anything. My brain's going like numb after this many PS4 games. But yeah, it's good game. It's available pretty much everywhere now. Then we have the PS4 version of Jak and Daxter. I haven't done this yet. I've played so many Jak and Daxter games and redone it so many times. I've yet to get around to it. Reminds me, I've also got the Jak and Daxter, one of the big collector's editions that's up in front of me and I can't reach it, so I'll leave that. I have Jak 2. Again, played it so many times, haven't yet played it again. And Jak 3. Then we have the weird little case, which is Jak 4, which isn't a game. It's got like a code in it for a dynamic theme, but it's quite expensive. And Jak X Combat Racing. I have played this one again. I haven't finished it yet. I enjoyed this on the PS2, but I remember there was a bug on it. It kept wiping my save because I had a certain PS2, but I did finally finish it. But yeah, I haven't finished it yet on PS4. But that's the one I've got the big Bible box of, but it's up there and I can't get it, so I'll leave that. Knights and Bikes. This is I think this is done by it was presented by Double Fine. It's not done by Double Fine, but yeah, it's a little like weird top-down isometric 2D adventure game. It's got like a kind of paper, kind of like cut-out aesthetic to it. It's really good actually. I'd recommend it. It's on Game Pass if people want to play it for free if they've got it. So there's Layers of Fear. This is done by the people who did Blair Witch, isn't it? And it's done by the people who did The Medium recently, which was really good. It's a walking simulator horror game. It's genuinely really good. I'm trying to get through these quick because I'm running out of battery. Then we've got Lick Spear Double Spear Edition. It's a game where you throw spears at each other to beat things. I don't really know. I haven't really played it. Then we've got Lily, the Child of Geos, which is a... it's not like a collecting game. There's not really any platforming to it. You go around collecting flowers. It's a bit strange, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was really relaxing. Then we've got Miko Mole, which is I think another, it might be a Spanish one again, I don't know, I can't remember where it's from. Or is it German? It looks like it's German actually. Yeah, this was really bad. It's like a little game where it's like 2.5D game where you collect crystals. It's not fun. Then we have, I can never know what this is called. It's Mitsuguri Kamui Hikai? I don't know. It's some kind of, I think it's some kind of hack and slashy game. I got this in a limited run blind box, so I don't really know much about it. Then we have Musinx. This is actually really good. It's a little rhythm game. Loved the hell out of this and completed this with the platinum. I want to get the Vita version of this. It's just relaxing, I found it. It does get a bit tough at times, but it ain't that bad. Then we have Narcosis, which I think is another walking simulatory horror game. Basically, it's an underwater one though. That's all I know. But I haven't got around to it yet. Don't even know what it's made by. Then we have Ostwind, which is actually called Windstorm. It's a little kind of kids horse kind of racing and riding simulator. It's easy platinum. Then we have Oxenfree, which is a old school kind of point and click adventure game, but it's got a really kind of, it's not creepy, but it's got a bit of a unsettling atmosphere to it. Like you go to an island and you have to uncover what's going on there because your friends keep killing themselves and stuff. It's really bizarre, but it's really good. Then we have Panda Hero. This is going to stay sealed. I would have played this for the trophies, but most of them are bugged, and yeah, I think this is getting expensive. Strangely, this got a PS5 release recently. I don't know why. It's meant to be dreadful. Actually, I'll show you this one next. We got the big one of the collection. We have Poop Slinger. Yeah, if you know about this, there's like 84 of them in the world. Yeah, you fling shit at each other. Well, like things. I've never actually played it because it's sealed, and I don't intend on unsealing it. I think it's like £3 to buy off the store, so I'll buy that off of there and try that again. Try that one. Well, 1 point. That's if it's even on the English store. I don't know. Then we have Project Lux. This is weird. This is just you talking to a girl in a room, and you have to speak to her and try to get her to either confess to something or do something. I don't know. I don't know. I got a bad ending on it, so I didn't see all the game. So I only got to like chapter 2 or something that ended on me. Alright, we'll get into the last few now. I've probably left a few out, but never mind. We have the PS4 version of Psychonauts. It's just the PS2 version stuck on a disc. It even says PS2 when you boot it up, so it is literally just the PS2 version. But again, I really enjoyed it. Got the platinum on this. It's a great platformer. To be honest, still, I think the definitive way of playing this is the original Xbox version. But yeah, this is alright. It's still a bit blurry and stuff. It's not exactly upscaled well. Then we have Rain World. Strangely, this is an Adult Swim game. Not sure much about it. I think it's some kind of roguelike game, but no idea. Then up next we have Revenge of the Bird King. There's another one that was featured on Metal Jesus on it, and it wasn't properly ever released, but I think it is getting a proper release now. So yeah, it was technically an unreleased game, but was released. Apparently it's not done by Limited Run Games, but not on there. It does actually say it on there somewhere. It says Limited Run Games. I think. I'm pretty sure it did. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, it does. It says limitedrungames.com on the back. And apparently it has nothing to do with Limited Run Games. Took me a while to find that. I do actually have 2 copies of that. They're both sealed. It's the 2 different cover variants. Then we have the VR version of Rez. So yeah, it's not a Dreamcast game and then a PS2 game on it. And yeah, this is just a version of it for VR. It's actually really good fun. It's like a rail shooter, but like it changes all the music when you shoot stuff. On the Dreamcast, you can get a vibrator that goes with it. Then we have Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. It's naff. I think it might have something to do with the Onchambara games, but I don't know. It's awful. You run around halls just shooting zombies. But yeah, that's the English version. The English version is really expensive and hard to come by. I bought that off CEX and it turned up as English, so that was a good gamble. Then we have Shadow of the Beast. So it's a remake of an old game, isn't it? It was on like Atari consoles. Was it on the Amiga? Is it originally an Amiga game? I don't know. But yeah, this only came out in China, I think. It's an Asian English one, so yeah, it's an alright little remake. Some of it's pretty tough. But getting to the end now, we have Shakedown Hawaii. So yeah, it's this is the sequel to Retro City Rampage, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Pretty sure that's what it is. Then we have Sky Hill. It's a weird kind of roguelike game where you start at the top of a tower and you fight your way out, fighting through zombies. Then we have Stranger Things 3, the game. Yeah, this looks weird. It's like an isometric, old school kind of like 16-bit looking game, I think, but I haven't played it. I will play it. It's on Game Pass. Then we've got Summer Lesson. This is a weird game. You tutor a girl, and when you first start up, you're in her bedroom and she's freaked out that you're in there. Yeah, I don't know. It's an Asian English version. I think there's a couple of these Summer Lesson games, and this is the only one that's in English. So, then we have Toe Jam and Earl back in the game. This just plays like the old original Mega Drive one. This is really good fun. I loved this. And then we have What Remains of Edith Finch. Absolutely great game. it's a walking simulator, but it's not boring. You're exploring a house, trying to work out all these secret passages and stuff. It's really good. It's got a bit of a depressing story. And the final game in this collection is the sequel to Windstorm. It's Windstorm Ari's Arrival, which again, this is getting quite expensive. I think there is actually Ostwind. I think there's a version that is. Right, gonna make this quick because my camera decided to die on me. The last game I was going to show was this Windstorm, Ari's Arrival. It's the sequel to Ostwind, which is also Windstorm. I think you can get Ostwind now with Windstorm written on it. I think there's an English looking version of it. But yeah, there's an English version of this. I think this still comes from like Germany or something, but not sure. Yeah, that's everything I've got. Hopefully my camera won't die by the time I finish saying this. Anything there you think it's good to have in my collection, or anything you think I should add to it, just let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed now because it's really late. Have fun.